Your first paycheck is the most dangerous money you will ever make. Not because it's small, because of what you do with it in the next 90 days. Here's a number that should bother you. Most teenagers with a job save less than $10 a week. Not because they don't earn enough, because of one invisible habit almost nobody ever bothers to tell them about. I'm not going to explain it yet. Just hold on to that number, $10 a week, because by the end of this video, you're going to know exactly why that happens and exactly how to make sure it never happens to you. I'm Johnny. Quick heads up, this video is only for educational purposes, not personalized financial advice. Let's get into it.
This is the stuff that should be taught in school and never is. The actual system behind what happens to your paycheck the second it lands in your account. Not vague advice like, just save more. Here's the scenario. You get your first paycheck. Feels like the most money you've ever had in your entire life. 6 months later, it's gone. And you genuinely can't tell anyone where it went. Sound familiar? Here's the thing. It's not because you spent badly. It's not because you're irresponsible. It's because nobody ever actually showed you the system behind saving money, the actual mechanics of it. Today, that changes.
Here's why this matters way more than it feels like it does right now. The habits you build with your first paycheck are the same habits you'll still have at 30, good or bad. This is the cheapest age in your entire life to build the good version. Start saving consistently now, even in small amounts. And by the time your friends are figuring out money in their 20s, you'll already have a decade-long head start. Not because you'll have more money right now, because you'll have more time. And time is the one thing you can never buy back later.
Here's what's coming. 5 things decide whether your job actually builds you money or just quietly disappears into nothing. One of them can start building your credit before you even turn 18. One is the exact reason most teens think saving is basically impossible on their income. And one mistake will cost you more than any of the others, even though it feels completely harmless. Let's start with the biggest one, the one that decides whether any of the rest of this even works.
Here's the myth almost every teenager believes. I'll save whatever's left over at the end of the month. Here's the truth. There is never anything left over. Ever. Spending always expands to match whatever's available. Always. Doesn't matter if you make $50 a week or $500. If saving is the last thing that happens, it never happens at all. Picture it like this. You've got a cup with a small hole in the bottom. Pour water in, let it just sit there, and some of it leaks out before you ever get to use it. That's spending first and saving whatever's left over. You're hoping something survives by accident.
Now, picture a second cup, completely separate, that the leaky one can't touch. Fill that one first, before a single drop goes anywhere else. That's what saving first actually looks like. The fix. The moment your paycheck lands, move a fixed amount, even if it's just $10 or $15, straight into a separate savings account, before it touches your spending money, before you even see it as available. But where you actually put that money matters just as much as saving it in the first place. And most teenagers are getting this next part completely wrong, without even knowing it. Quick question for you. Why would $500 sitting in one account grow into way more than that same $500 sitting in a different account? With zero extra effort, zero extra work, doing literally nothing different. Take a second. Actually think about it. Here's the answer. Interest. A basic checking account, the kind most teenagers default into, pays close to nothing. Your money just sits there. It doesn't grow. It doesn't work for you at all. A savings account built to actually pay interest does the opposite. Same amount of money, same amount of effort, completely different result, just because of where it's parked. The fix? Don't let your savings sit in a basic checking account by default. Open an account that's actually built to grow your money, even if the amount feels small right now. At this stage, the habit matters more than the dollar amount. Now, here's something most teenagers don't even think about until they're 18. And by then, they're already behind.
Section 3. Building credit before you're even an adult.
Picture two 18-year-olds. Same job, same income, both applying for their first car loan. One gets approved almost instantly. The other gets rejected for a car they can clearly afford. What's the difference? Credit history. And here's the part that surprises most teenagers. You can start building that history years before most people even think to. Think of credit like a video game save file. The earlier you start playing, the further ahead you already are by the time it actually counts. Someone who starts the game at 18 is playing from zero. Someone who started years earlier is already several levels in before the real test even begins. The fix? Talk to a parent about becoming an authorized user on an existing credit card, or look into starter credit builder tools made specifically for this. Used responsibly, meaning paid in full, on time, every time. Now, let's talk about the mistake that costs teenagers the most money out of everything on this list, and it feels completely harmless.
Section 4. It's just $8 trap. Quick round. No story here, just the truth, fast. A delivery fee here. A tip there. One in-app purchase. Another subscription you forgot you signed up for. A snack at checkout because it was right there. None of it feels like spending. Each one, on its own, feels like nothing. But add it all up over a single week, and most teenagers are genuinely shocked at the total. It's not the big purchases draining a paycheck. It's the $8 ones, happening constantly in the background, never once feeling like a real decision. One sentence fix? Track every single small purchase for 1 full week, no exceptions. Most people don't believe the number until they see it written down themselves.
Here's a scenario. One teenager saves whenever they remember to. No number, no target, just vague good intentions. Another teenager decides on one specific goal, a car, a laptop, spending money for college, attaches an actual dollar amount to it and an actual date. Here's the mistake with the first approach. Vague goals lose to every small temptation, every single time. I'll save more eventually never beats I want this right now. Here's the result with the second approach. That teenager hits a real, visible milestone by a set date. The first teenager just has some money somewhere, with no real sense of progress and nothing pulling them forward. The fix? Pick one specific goal.
Attach a number and a date to it. Let that target be the thing pulling money into savings automatically, not willpower. A target.
Let's put this into perspective. Someone saving a modest, realistic amount consistently from a part-time job, starting around 16 and continuing through 19, versus someone who doesn't start that same habit until 25. This isn't about getting rich as a teenager. It's about runway, the years of head start that compounding needs to actually work. Years that most people never get back once they're gone. Starting at 16 instead of 25 doesn't just mean more time saved. It means the habit is already automatic by the time most people are just starting to think about it for the first time.
Common mistakes. Fast recap. Let's run it back. One line each. 1. Saving whatever's left over. There's never anything left over. 2. Leaving money in a basic checking account. It just sits there instead of growing. 3. Ignoring credit until you're 18. You start years behind on something that takes years to build. 4. It's just $8 purchases. The biggest silent leak on this entire list. 5. Vague savings goals. No real number means no real progress.
It was never about how much your job pays. It's about which 5 things you do with the paycheck the moment it actually lands. Most people don't figure this out until their late 20s. You just got a decade-long head start, for free, in the last 10 minutes, before most of your friends even start thinking about it. If this actually helped, do me a favor and subscribe to my channel. Because once you've got the saving part figured out, there's one more piece that determines whether all of this actually pays off later. What happens with your very first credit card? That's next.